Hello, everyone. It's Anthony Bandiero here, attorney and senior legal instructor for Blue Gold Law Enforcement Training, bringing you another roadside chat. This question is, can we tow a car even if there's a passenger on scene who's able and willing to drive it away? So this officer is from Texas, and he says, if an officer arrests a driver during a traffic stop and he states he wants the passenger to drive the vehicle, can the officer still opt to tow the vehicle anyway? And he says, maybe as a reason to an inventory. Wink, wink. You know what I mean? The second part of the question is, if the answer is no, we can't tow it, what if the driver is not the owner of the car? Can officers articulate that the owner may not be okay with a third party driving his vehicle and so forth? So the first answer is, generally speaking, you cannot force a person to tow you cannot force the tow without some community caretaking rationale. In other words, why are we doing this? Why are we towing his car? And the other thing is, if there is evidence that this tow is actually for a pretext, meaning the cops are doing it because, in other words, they want to get into that car. If it wasn't for their pretext, if it wasn't for their ulterior motive, yeah, they'd probably let the passenger take the car. Who cares, right? That is unlawful in not only Texas, but every state, right? You can't manipulate. You cannot contaminate the inventory exception to try to find evidence, right? You have to be on the up and up with these inventories. So the question would be this. If the cop, said, no passenger, despite the fact that you have a license, you're not drunk, you're willing and able to take that car, and the driver is the RO, he's the registered owner, he wants the passenger to take the car. You're like, nope, I'm still going to take your car. I'm still going to tow it. I would ask you why. And if you said something like this, Anthony, the law requires it. Okay. The guy was involved in a speed contest. His car may be forfeited or whatever, or 30, some states, the car would be seized for like 30 days. Anthony, the passenger also drank alcohol, right? Okay. Even if he's not maybe over the limit, we just don't take that risk, right? He's also under the influence a little bit. Anthony, the car is a stick shift, and the passenger said he could take the car, but he's never driven a stick shift before. I guess, I don't know. The point is, if you had a reason, we should be okay. But if you're like, I'm doing it because my policy says I can do it, and there's also evidence that you want to kind of see what's in the car, right? That is a pretext that's unauthorized. Now, what if the car does not belong to the driver, right? Absolutely, right? That's a good reason to tow a vehicle. That's safekeeping. Many agencies that I work with do not allow a third party to give the car to another third party unless they actually had explicit permission from the owner. That just makes sense. If I give my car to my friend, okay, and he's driving it, and he gets pulled over and arrested for let's say he has a warrant, he's speeding, has a warrant. I don't necessarily want my car to be given to some rando that I don't even know, right? Maybe his friend that we never met before. Unless you called me and like, yeah, okay, I know that guy, or I'm cool with him driving my car. The point is, that is a legit community caretaking rationale. At the end of the day, my friends, look, be legit on these inventories. Stop using inventories as a ruse to find information, criminal evidence, unless you have probable cause or a reason to believe offense-related evidence is inside that car against the driver, right? That's Arizona versus Gann. So either PC or reason to believe offense-related evidence is inside that car, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is, if the driver is intoxicated and he got arrested for being drunk, but the passenger is sober, and the drunk driver, yes, drunk people can give access, can give their car to their friend, right? They have the capacity to put a needle in their arm for blood draws, but they can't give their friend their car. If they have the capacity to give their friend their car, but you also have reason to believe that DUI evidence is going to be in that car, you can search it before the car is driven away. Now, I'm sure this will spark other follow-up questions, but you can ask, right? But at the end of the day, pretext tows do have to end. There is a case out of North Dakota where police officers conducted a pretext tow They wanted to find maybe some drug evidence in the car. Well, they didn't find drug evidence. But what they did find is a dead female in the back, in the trunk, that this guy raped and killed. And because the court found that this inventory was a ruse, was a pretext, they suppressed the evidence. You heard me correct. This guy got away with murder because of a pretext tow. So, yeah, it's an extreme case. And maybe you won't be that unlucky cop where that happens to, but maybe you are. And then you have to live with yourself for the rest of your life because you did a pretext tow, and, law enforcement kind of needs to call an end to it, right? Let's be legit on our toes, not on our toes, and do the right thing. I hope this question has helped. At least it's going to give you a good discussion. If you have any other questions about this or anything else I teach, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, my friends, please hit like, subscribe, share with your friends. Stay safe.